Every single day of every single year, Dollar Tree has these metal pieces and I love using them for crafting. They come in so many shapes and sizes. And we're going to start with this one. It's a wall planter and I just love the size and how really good quality it is for $1.25. I'm going to remove the juice string from it. And then I attempted to remove the sticker from it, but it was not happening, so I just gave up and we're just going to cover that later on. I'm going to take this towel from Dollar Tree. You can find these in the automotive aisle, and I have used these in plenty of my crafts. I'm just going to cut the seam from it, remove that, and then just cut the towel in small little strips. Usually I do about 2-inch strips. For this one, I decided to do about an inch strip. Then I'm going to do just enough to be able to cover the ears as well as around this bunny wreath form, also from Dollar Tree. Now I'm going to do the ears first, and I'm just going to go around and around, hot gluing only as needed, making sure that I'm tugging and tightening as much as I can. Then I'm only going to cover the outside 2 metal wires from the wreath form, not the inside one because it's not needed. It's going to be covered anyways. All right, so I sped that up really fast for you because it's really repetitive. I'm just going to remove some of those fuzzies, and I think it's looking so adorable. All right, so I'm going to place the metal wall planter right in front of the bunny wreath form, and then we're just going to insert one of these zip ties from Dollar Tree through the 2 little holes that was already on the metal box, and then hot glue the remaining of it onto the towel. I'm going to remove the excess zip tie, and then we're going to use more of that towel to cover that front. You can also paint it if you are able to remove the sticker. You can also add paper or whatever you want. It's up to you. I thought we'd just keep it in the white theme because it is a bunny after all. All right, so I'm just going to hot glue it in place and then cut off the excess with my scissors, and using fabric scissors work really good. I'm going to take this foam ball from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to cut it in about half, and then we're going to insert them inside the pocket. This is just so that we can add florals and they'll stick to it. Then it's time to just add all kinds of fun florals. These faux boxwood I do get on Amazon. You get a whole bunch in a pack really inexpensively, and I do have it in my Amazon store if you want to check it out. It is linked below. I'm going to cut one of the picks just separating the little picks, and then we're just going to start inserting them onto the foam, making sure that they are nice and evenly spread. And then I wanted to add a pop of color. Now, of course, you can add whatever else you want. This is the fun part. You have a blank slate that you can add whatever you want. I had these leafy greens left over from the fall season from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to use a couple of those, and then some of these pink flowers again from Dollar Tree. I'm also going to be using some regular flowers. I think it's just keeping it in that pink theme. It's just really fun and very, very smooth and gentle. Then I'm going to take some of these little foam eggs that you can find at Dollar Tree. They come in a pick. You can use any other eggs you want. You don't even have to add these if you don't want. I just think it adds to that Easter theme. And then we're going to take one of this ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to make a very simple bow. It's going to be like a 3-loop bow. And then I'm going to tie it in the center using the leftover portion of that towel that we cut off earlier. I'm going to tie it in the back, and then I'm just going to hot glue it on the top of the florals, right in between the ears, just right there. That way it's just going to add a nice fullness right there and texture. But how adorable is this? Oh my word. You can even add greenery that kind of falls through. I just think it would be gorgeous. The possibilities are endless. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, I'm going to take this beautiful butterfly, and I love that it has this really kind of like 3D look. Again, for this one, I'm going to remove the jute string, but we're going to keep that around because we're going to use it. I'm going to take this yellow ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to attach it with hot glue all around the outside rim. Now, originally, I wanted to add the blue one that you see next to it on top and just kind of layer it, but I changed my mind, and I'm going to show you what I did. And I kid you not, the length of this ribbon was exactly, almost to the centimeter. Perfect for around this butterfly. You know that never happens. Okay, so we're going to take this burlap style ribbon from Dollar Tree, and we're just going to layer it right on top. And I'm so glad I did. I think it looks so much better. And then I'm going to take some of the Spanish moss from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to add it to the inside. That's it. Very simple. Add a little bit of hot glue, and I'll be very careful when you add hot glue to these metal pieces because the metal gets very hot. So just be very careful. It does cool down, of course, pretty quickly. All right, so we're just going to keep adding some of the Spanish moss just to fill it in. Now, this is where you can add whatever, again, whatever you want on the inside. Florals, um, animals, just foam pieces, whatever you want. I'm going to add the juice string to the bag using hot glue and some of this clear tape. And then we're going to head on to the sticker aisle. Now, you know I love their stickers. Dollar Tree has an insane amount of stickers. And these butterfly ones are one of my favorites. And I think it complements the design very nicely. I'm going to use a larger one towards the bottom and then a tiny one for the top. And then I'm just going to use some of these little greenery picks that I had left over from other projects that were just laying around. And I'm just going to add them behind the larger butterfly. And again, you can add whatever else you want, pops of colors. The possibilities are endless. I wanted to keep this one in this theme, simple, easy, and quick. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we are going to take this gorgeous tulip. Love this design, and I love the size of it too. Again, I'm going to remove the jute string temporarily, and I'm going to add Mod Podge to the surface of the tulip. Just a nice portion of it. And then I'm going to set it to the side underneath a fan so it dries quickly. Once dry, we're going to take some of these little rolls from Dollar Tree. I love all the fabric designs that they bring every season, and I just love this one here. It has such bright, beautiful tones, great for spring and also summer. I'm going to cut a piece to be able to finish the top portion of the tulip, and then we are just going to iron it on. Now, I forgot to put some parchment paper. You should do that. But it worked out okay, except that it didn't stick very well to the metal. See? It was peeling really quickly. So I just didn't pull the middle portion. I'm just going to add hot glue to the edge and then do it all the way around, and it worked really well. And it didn't do anything to the center because it was just holding really nice. I'm going to remove the excess fabric using my X-Acto knife, and I'm going to do that all around. This tulip is looking fantastic. All right, so we are going to add the jute string to the bag just like we did the previous project. Just a little hot glue and a little clear tape, all from Dollar Tree, and we're just going to set it right there. All right, so then we are going to attach one of these leftover picks from a floral pick, and we're just going to even out the parts, and then we're just going to add a lot of hot glue, put it right there, and then we're going to secure it with more of that plastic tape. And I think it worked out so cute. How adorable is this? If you don't have a leftover pick, you could also use a dowel. All right, I'm going to cut off the excess tape from the sides, and then we're going to start adding some florals. Now, this beautiful pink flower is from Dollar Tree, and I think it complements the color and designs of the tulip beautifully. I'm going to add some of these leafy greens underneath on each side, as well as some leftover boxwood from the previous project, because I just think it added a pop of color and texture to it. And I got to tell you, this is really one of my favorites today. I absolutely love the tulip style, the design, that fabric is so beautiful. And the fact that we added a stem, how cute is that? Let me know what you think down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, I'm going to take one of these little metal kind of like stand sign. I don't know what it is, but I think the possibilities are endless. I'm going to wipe it really well, and then I'm going to use some of this rub and buff in the golden tone. I do get this on Amazon, and I do have it in my Amazon store. I'm just going to use a little rag and then just distress those edges just to add a little dimension. These little boards come 6 in a pack at Dollar Tree in their wooden aisle. I'm just going to sand it smooth, dust it really well, and then we're going to attach that portion onto it, because that way it'll have a larger frame or a larger base. This wooden cross is in their wooden aisle, and I think it's so fun, especially for the Easter season, to craft with. I'm going to Mod Podge the top, and like we did earlier, we're just going to set it to the side and let it dry. I'm going to iron a piece of this fabric from Dollar Tree just to get it nice and flat, cut it a piece, and this is what we're going to Mod Podge on top of the cross. But before we do that, we have to paint the base, although you don't have to, but I do want it to be white. So I'm just going to give it one coat of the Waverly Chalkman in the white. You can also remove the metal portion from the screws in the back if you don't want to paint like real close to it. I was able to get it close enough. But anyways, we're just going to set it to the side to dry. And then while that happens, then I'm going to attach the fabric onto the cross. set it on top. I did remember the parchment paper this time, and I'm just going to iron it. Now, you can always cut off the excess with the X-Acto knife with, like we did the tulip. But this one, I wanted to do it from this angle because I wanted it to leave a frayed look. I don't know if you like that style, but sometimes a little fray. I think it looks really cute and organic. So I'm going to do it this way, but you can always cut it very flush to the edges. And that's what I did with the cross. And I really like the look it has at the end, and you'll see it. All right, so once that's that, we're just going to attach the cross right there to the metal portion. Just center it as center as possible and hold it. And again, be careful because the metal gets hot. I'm going to make a cute little swag using the faux boxwood again from Amazon. I'm just going to place a few facing each way, and then using some of that leftover seam from the tile, we're just going to tie it in the center, roll it around and secure it with hot glue. And then we're just going to attach it in front of the cross. It kind of fits right inside underneath. And then we're going to add an extra few little boxwood pieces just to add fullness because I feel like it needed it. And that way there'll be smaller ones facing upwards. Now I want to keep this pretty neutral, so I am going to add some flowers, but they're just going to be white little tiny ones that I found. I believe these are from Walmart. I don't quite remember. I'm just going to add a few on each side and then a larger one, just I guess a little flat one, larger one right there in the center. And this is just going to finish everything off. But of course, as I always say, you can add whatever else you want, any design, any color. You can stain the cross, whatever you want. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. I have another video here for you with tons more of Dollar Tree DIY crafts inspiration. Check it out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.